Okay, second graders, we are still thinking about that strategy, making 10. I know this is pretty tricky, but we are going to work through this today together. So today we are going to explore making 10 using this number line. It's called an open number line to add and subtract. So we are going to be thinking about the problem 8 plus 8 equals 16. So we're going to use this open number line to think through this problem. 8 plus 8 equals 16. So first let's think about this. It says to complete these equations, 8 plus what would give you 10? 10 plus what would give you 16? Well, one way to figure out 8 plus how many more? You might know it in a snap. You might think 8, 9, 10. You might think 2 more would make 10. So I can say that 8 plus 2 equals 10. Our next problem is 10 plus what is 16. Again, adding with 10 in a snap. You might already know 10 and 6 more would give you 16. Or you might count on from 10. You might think 10 in your brain, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 10 plus 6 equals 16. So now we're going to use our answers from here, from problem 2, to help us fill in these boxes on this number line, this open number line. Do you notice how it doesn't give all of the numbers on the number line? I did too. So what we have to think about is we have to think about 8 and then they jump to 10. How many more did you need to get to 10 from 8? So 8, remember our answer up here, plus 2 more would give us 10. So they added 2 more. 8 and 2 more is 10. And then we think 10 and how many more to get to 16? 10, remember what we answered up here? 10 and 6 more would give us 16. So now we have that filled in. Now we can come down here and complete this one. It says, so now we can complete the equation. If 8 and 8, remember that is equal to 16, so 10 plus what would be equal to 16? Remember this up here, 6 more. So both sides of this equation are the same because that equal sign means the same as, so 8 plus 6 is the same as 10 plus 6. They both equal, what do they both equal? 16, you got it. All right, we are gonna work through this next one together. We're gonna answer these problems to help us think about 13 minus 7 equals 6. 13 minus 7 equals 6. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to need to fill in these boxes on that open number line. So they're starting at 6. And how many more to get to 10? You might know in a snap, 6. And how many more make 10? You might know your partners for 10. You can count on from 6, 6 in your brain. Count on. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can say that 6 and 4 hops will get you to 10. Then we think 10 and how many more to 13? 10 and how many more would get you to 13? 10, 11, 12, 13. 10 and 3 more, 3 hops to get to 13. Now we can use that open number line to complete these equations. Let's look at these number sentences here. So if we have 13, this is a takeaway subtraction. So how many would you have to take away to get back to 10? if 10 and 3 more is 13, then 13 minus, did you think 3? You're right. Minus 3 would get you back to 10. You go back to subtract. Now let's look at this one. 10 minus, take away how many would get you back to 6? Well, we know 6 and 4 more is 10. So 10, take away that 4, would get you back to 6. Those facts are related, aren't they? So let's complete this equation. 13, take away what would get you to 6? What do you think? So here's 13 on our open number line. How many would you have to go back to get you all the way to 6? Well, we have 3 and 4 more. How many would that be? We know that 13 minus 7 equals 6. There's 3 and 4 more. That would make 7. Pretty tricky. Thanks for hanging in there with me. You guys are doing great. That's all for today. Make sure you take a picture and you turn in your work so I can see that you've done your math with me.